Welcome back, guys. I wanted to show you something cool before we get
I don't
started.
think a lot of you saw this.
Beautiful, bright, sunny day out here. This is the Arc of Triumph. Look at this. Very busy street.
So chill, dude. That's by my apartment. I walk to this thing every day, run to it.
Apparently you could go in there and get on the tippy top. Not sure if it's open.
Someone said, was the milk pasteurized? No, bro, straight out of the cow raw. And it was great. I'm just sad the dude took his cows over into the mountains for the rest of the year because I can't get any more milk.
But yeah, welcome to today's episode. All right, so that was a cool little view. I'm now just walking in this park. It's Tuesday afternoon here. By the time you guys in America are waking up and seeing this video, good morning. Picked a pretty good day to come out here because the park is just mostly empty. Peaceful, let you guys hear the bird sounds as you're fixing up some coffee and getting ready for the day. So a quick note, just came back from the beach. Obviously, as you can see, I'm back in the capital. I'm settling into the new Airbnb that I checked in. Everything is perfect.
So that Airbnb is the one I just checked out of, and it's literally across the street from my apartment. Like I can look down out of my balcony where my old Airbnb was. That's what's crazy.
I actually got extremely lucky. So this Airbnb that I checked in, I met an American and he actually recommended.
And a side note, man, it's so wild watching Red Pill content when you're out here and seeing the kind of people. So I've talked to a bunch of people out here just out and about and just trying to be really friendly, and Uber drivers, waiting in line, walking, to the streets, the patisseries, in the malls, wherever. If I'm like stopping anywhere, I'm just, kind of conversating with people. And it's so nuts, dude. Just watching Red Pill content is so cringe on this side of the world. It does not really apply like that. I mean, big cities, yeah, software programming's all the same. You could say like anybody really addicted and plugged into social media has kind of these issues, but it's not to the degree it is in the States. I mean, values, dude, couldn't be further apart, especially when you go into the countryside. I mean, they're not trying to hear any of this Red Pill shit. It sounds so cringe. Like they're talking about families. They're talking about heritage. They're talking about owning land and things passed down from their parents and families and religion. Like people are asking questions like, what really are you religious? Shit like that. Like something you would never even bring up in the States. Like nobody ever asks, are you religious? That just sounds weird when you say that. But the fact that people out here will ask you that, will converse about things like that, it just shows you where their minds are at. So, and then I've talked to them about rainbow stuff and what their opinions and thoughts are regarding what they're seeing on the news and what they're hearing about in the States. They're not with any of that, dude. All ages that I've talked to, not with it. Over on this side of the world, they're all still saying like, that's trying to creep into this society, but we're very old school over here. We got our own issues to deal with. And so far it hasn't gotten its hooks in. And I'm telling you, I've had dating apps open just to see the difference. I want to make a video on it, but dating apps in the United States, I've noticed some wild. Like there'll be dudes masquerading as women on dating apps and they're not biological women. Or there'll be a lot of like red, green, blue hairs, whatever you want to say, on dating apps, a lot of piercings, a lot of tattoos. Over on this side of the world, that disappeared right away. And it's mostly feminine women dressing in like rompers, long dresses, short dresses, dresses of all kinds, whatever the hell women wear, but always for the most part feminine. You do run across a once in a 100 profile, some tatted up kind of street queen trash style stuff, but for the most part, man, men are still men, women are still women. It's very refreshing to see. And pregnant women. This is something I haven't noticed in the States because probably people aren't having kids anymore. The amount of women walking around town pregnant or in the malls pregnant is mind-blowing, bro. It's like, what is happening? Are we multiplying like bunnies out here on this side of the world? I'm not used to seeing women having kids. In the United States, that shit is like a foreign concept. You see a pregnant woman like once in a while. So wild, man. Okay, somebody use super chat. Let's see. Iron Knuckle, thanks, brother. I'm going to make my Password Bros debut with some old high school boys in Cartagena, Colombia. I'm so excited to get away from here. Love your awakening content. Thanks, brother. It will be awakening once you get there. It's one thing to see all this shit on the internet, and it's a whole nother thing to be engrossed in it physically and see it with your own two eyes. Dude, the problems you have in the West are non-existent once you leave. You just, I don't know how to like drill this in your head. All the shit you're dealing with in the West will poof and disappear the moment you take off. I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to sugarcoat it and like rose tinted glasses. If you do your job in the West, you work out, you figure out how to make money, you are interesting to talk to, you get some nice hobbies. If you could just do those things, care after your hygiene and get paid, boy, you are a king out here. I'm telling you, the effort is worth it.
Recognize me? Literally walking to the door to do the self-check-in and put the code in. He goes, hey, are you Bo?
Oh, the story, yeah.
I go, yes.
Story I told you guys.
Sure enough, made a new friend. We live in the same complex. Just started talking. Every day would see him go down to the local coffee shop or out on his balcony, and his story is very similar, believe it or not. He just moved here in the same time I did. Quite literally, probably within a few days. He also moved from California, and he's basically permanently relocating. So he's on the expat life. He has a remote business, and he's living in the very nice part of town. He's doing.
By the way, once these guys finish working in the apartment and all that, I'm going to have everything fully done. So internet's still a little messed up, but we're going to set up stuff for the second channel. So more walking and talking videos. By the way, let me know in the comments too when you watch this, or right now in the chat, how to improve the walking and talking videos, or if you just like them as is, top of the mind kind of stuff. And then let me know over on Discord what kind of stuff you want to see from these videos. But we're going to start the second channel stuff very shortly here. I'm just waiting for these guys to finish construction on everything because it's super annoying. Ryan, thanks. In Philippines, you'll see some trends on dating apps trying to be women, but they stated at least no trickery. Yeah, can't say the same here. Haven't seen any of that stuff, period.
Very well for himself, and he is relaxed, man. He's happy to be here. It's a story that you hear often, a story that pisses off some women in the West and other people that are trapped and just jealous and have envy. But after talking to him for a little bit, he gave me some phone numbers to some real estate agents around in the area that he used to find his spot too. And sure enough, man, the very next day, one of them was super hungry for business. Very cool gentleman. He was very informative and knew the area. And he took me around on a car ride to like 6-7 different places. And I ended up signing for one, which ironically was the building across the street from where I was already staying. Super nice, quiet pocket of the city that's next to everything. Actually, next to what you're seeing me walk to, I'm walking to my place right now. So this is what's crazy. Yeah, if I could encapsulate what Romania has basically been in terms of calm.
You know what else is crazy? Talking about cost of living. So the apartment I moved in, everything is furnished. Utilities are included in the rent. Bro, internet, 10 gigabyte down and up. I'll let the chat just guess. How much do you think 10 gig internet costs here? 10 gigs, boys. I'll give you a second to figure it out. 10 gigs. Talk to me. 50 bucks. Someone said $9.99, 10 bucks, 120 bucks. Keep it coming. 70, 300, over 100. Okay. Is that the final number that we got here? All right, boys. It's fucking $11. It's nearly $1 a gig. It's $1 a gig, dude. What is going on? I was paying for like 200 down, 30 up at most, like $120, $130 in the States. I'm paying a fucking dollar per gigabyte. Per gig, bro. I'm not talking megabyte. Per gig. 10 gigs. Holy hell.
It's this. It's birds chirping, kids laughing and playing in the park, sunshine everywhere. I mean, look at the clouds. I mean, the day is beautiful.
Bro, it's so
Waves,
beautiful
sand,
right now.
And I'm tan now too. That's basically been my trip here. Anywho, my Airbnb will finish by June 30th. And I'll be moving into my apartment shortly before that. And I'll be ready to rock, man, with live streams, with the episodes for the second channel, stuff I've actually written out, how-to videos, things to look out for, everything. We're full steam ahead in the next week or so once we finally get situated, because having 2 monitors, the laptops, everything set up on small little Airbnb desks is just, it won't work. I miss my soundboard. But yeah, check this place out.
It's back.
Look at these views.
Bruh. Bruh.
Super quiet. It's Tuesday morning, I believe.
It's back, baby.
Tuesday noon. Not a soul, man. Just me and the birds hanging out. Everybody else is, I guess, at work. It does get a little bit busy on the weekends, as you would imagine. But still, I mean, this place is gorgeous, man. And just now headed, like I said, back to my place. But some things to look out for that I've noticed while traveling, especially if you're looking for long-term. Basics to look out for. First, sign up for an eSIM service to get data on your phone before you even leave the States or wherever you're going from. You can find companies online. I'll do a more in-depth how-to, name dropping everything, but this is more a walk and talk, top of mind kind of video. So eSIMs, make sure you have internet, because to be connected is absolutely crucial. Your phone number will not work. Some of you may have international plans, but the cost becomes prohibited. I know in America, Verizon has something equivalent to 10 bucks a day with like 2 gigs of data and unlimited calling, something like that. But nobody's trying to spend $300 on a phone plan every month. So that's not feasible. Get your data on your phone. 2, once you get your Airbnb, it's good to know, at least have like waypoints saved on your maps for points of transportation. If you need to get around, typically only America is very car culture centric, where you absolutely need one. In other parts of the world, it's a luxury. So find your points.
I have absolutely no use for a car out here where I'm at. I walk everywhere and my step count has improved dramatically. I was actually checking that in the States, 3,000 to 4,000 is what I was getting. Steps on average, apart from like, you know, purposely working out. Here I'm getting 15, 20, 30,000 steps just outside of working out. So day to day, average walking around tens of thousands of steps. And it's nice to walk around. Everything's amazing. And it's built for walking. So this is one of the biggest things too that I forgot to mention in the video. It's built, the city is built to be walked, especially in the area I'm in. It's not like the United States where there's a fucking 3-lane on each side of the road. It's insane. You can't walk with that, man. Cars are going way too fast. It's not built. There's nothing but huge ass paved parking lots. That shit doesn't exist here. Everybody and their mom was walking everywhere.
Of interest, transportation, pharmacies, anything that you think you might need when you start traveling abroad. It may seem like common sense.
And you'll see it later in the video. I'm walking around.
Get lost in the excitement of traveling abroad, and I'll just wing it as I go. But in case something happens, it makes sense. Pharmacies, grocery stores, hospitals, hopefully you never need one, but you never know. You could have a reaction to the water. Maybe you go out and eat something street side. It doesn't take well, and you may need to get some.
It's so crazy because before coming to Romania, I was warned by even family, like, you know, that haven't been back in years, like, careful with the idea of what it used to be like. Watch out, it's Eastern Europe, be careful for this. Oh my God, you're gonna get robbed. You know, things are rough over there. It's the old school mentality that my parents and all the older generations have when they left during or right after communist times. Shit is nowhere near any different. Do you live close to the Tates? Yeah, I'm like within 10 minutes of them. Ryan, used the Wi-Fi puck, but found out at the end of my trip in PH, the SIMs for 3 and 7 unlimited data per week. Next time I'll take advantage. Always get a SIM before you even leave. They're cheap, man, like 10, 20 bucks. You get unlimited data, unlimited internet for your phone, so you can constantly be connected. Everybody overseas uses WhatsApp. It's basically like iMessage if you've never used it. It's iMessage, but for every single phone, you can download it. It dominates the market everywhere else. Every single person has WhatsApp. So download that on your phone and get a setup going.
Some antibiotics or God knows what. I haven't had any issues, but it's good to just make this checklist, have it ready just in case. You don't want to be thinking about any of this stuff in case it happens. Some of you guys may be traveling to more.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the modernization in this country, it's besides a few very, very specific high-end things. Like for example, I'm shopping for a new computer to edit on and make like the home base, a Mac Studio. I cannot order one like I could from Apple in the United States, fully configured up and have it at my door in a week. I have to go order it online and wait like 4 or 5 weeks. Or there's no Apple store in Romania yet. They haven't opened one yet. So you go to an authorized dealer and deal with them that way. That's super specific, super like tailored to a niche. But in the general sense of everything, dude, food's better. Can't complain. I've had the best food here, the best coffee, the best like day-to-day amenities are better here. I enjoy them. I enjoy them way more than your average coffee in America, which tastes like battery acid dog shit now that I think about it. Compared to what I've been drinking here, I've been blown away by the food and all the drinks that I've been trying out here. Man, let's keep going.
Rugged areas, less developed parts of the world. You're not going to see that here in Eastern Europe. It's pretty solid, but some of the more exotic places you may be thinking of traveling.
Language barriers. Someone was asking about that. Absolutely barely any. If you're chilling in the capital, every shop, man, even the little ones on the side of the road selling fruits and shit, speaks English. Speaks conversational English very goddamn well. You just have to, the only thing you'll notice is that you have to slow your English down a little bit for them and speak clear. Don't like combine words. Don't speak too fast. Don't mumble. Don't all this other shit that you're used to when you natively speak to somebody else and they know what the hell you're talking about. So just slow it down and be like, how much is this? And that's for those that don't really understand English that well. The rest, you could just talk, how much is that? Okay, great. Let me have 3. Let me have 4. Dude, no problem whatsoever. At least in this part of the world, English is something normal. It's considered like the universal language of business. So everybody knows how to speak it and wants to speak it because foreigners all speak English from all these other countries because they have to, because multinational corporations do business and the English markets are the biggest. So that's where you get the most money. So when foreigners come to Romania, you better learn some goddamn English if you want to get paid.
Traveling, definitely you could run into some problems. So just make sure you get the basics down so you could actually enjoy your trip and not worry about, oh my God, I'm about to puke my guts out because I ate something and I might need some antibiotics or something to help me out. Getting on a busier side of the street now. Some restaurants and stuff.
Oh, look at this.
Here. Hopefully the traffic.
I haven't been to that place yet.
For your ears. Definitely getting into a loud.
And I'm showing you guys the park that I run in, and we're going to go towards all the high-end-ish restaurants that are on the lake with an incredible view and vibe at night is mind-blowing. I have to go there at night and film just so you could see people.
Outer area here. I'm just going to cut the video short. Once I get into a more quiet spot, start talking some more. Money, that's another big thing. So how it works here in Eastern Europe is you have to go to what they call a bankomat. Basically, it's an ATM. It's where it allows you to withdraw.
And by the way, you could go, it's not just bankomats. You could go to any ATM. Every single ATM allows you to withdraw money, and you pay a small fee, and you can withdraw whatever the limit is depending on your bank personally. So in Eastern Europe, it's very simple. Everywhere accepts plastic. Not sure if it's like that everywhere else. You guys are going to some more like remote areas.
I don't know how much depending on your bank or what the limits are, but just know it won't be enough. You may be spending way more day to day. And if you need to take out larger sums of money.
Someone's asking how much would it cost to live here a month? You can most definitely get by on $1,500 to $2,000 a month. You can find an apartment for 400 euros, which is like 450 bucks or so. Easily. Food and all that other stuff, dirt cheap. This is in comparison to American prices because the locals in Romania are not doing too well salary-wise. It is a struggle. Everything's getting expensive. Inflation is killing them, just like inflation is killing Americans in America on American salaries. It's a fucking struggle for everybody in the States right now, trying to get by with shit doubling and tripling up. But $2,000 a month in Romania, bro, you are solid. You're solid with $2,000 a month. You're basically solid all over the world besides the West, besides the most expensive cities. You're basically good to go.
Money. You really have no option besides having an account in the country you're actually visiting, which is obviously not feasible. Most of us are going here on vacation and very few are going to settle. For those that settle, you'll make the proper plans to open up accounts overseas. But besides that, yeah, go to your bank. This is actually possible. You can go into your local branch and request a foreign currency and the total that you would need to go traveling. Double check the country you're going to Now, you don't come with more than, say, the limit in America is like $10,000, and then they confiscate your stuff, or they may think it's like a
We'll go to that one part. Here we go. Check it out.
Every single time, multiple times in a day.
So I wasn't filming, but the entire time there's the water on the other side.
Freeze your account overseas, which would be a pain in the ass to deal with while you're on your vacation. So definitely get your cash in order. Places in Eastern Europe all accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, all that stuff. So as long as you got plastic with you, you're pretty much set. But do bring a good amount of cash with you, just in case. Also, when you try to buy, say, fresh food or stuff that comes out of people's gardens, small businesses like that may not accept plastic. You will need to be carrying cash in their local currency, of course. Now approaching the nice part of this lake. It's all the nice restaurants are here.
Look at this, dude. So I've already eaten here. It's called Tuya. Can't even remember what it's called. They have an inside and outside patio. Of course, everybody's chilling on the outside patio. Music is absolutely bumping. Lights glimmering off the water on the lake. It's, dude, energy incredible. People walking around, running, exercising, families. There's a ton of families walking around. You don't see that stuff anymore in the States, dude. It's so different.
So you could imagine one side's like this, and the other side is the lake view.
Another spot. They're like one after the other too.
Another thing is customs and cultures. It's probably very helpful for you to learn some basic words like please, hello, and thank you. Watch a video of somebody from the country you're visiting do how to present yourself and how to speak to locals. Trust me, a little bit of work goes a long way in people wanting to help you. If you're just gonna come into another country, be loud, say like a stereotypical American, take up hella space, and just make a racket everywhere, you will not be received well. And that's gonna lead to you having a subpar experience, because people in general are very helpful, very kind, and very friendly. And if they see you make an effort, man, with their culture and their customs, they're more than willing to share. They're more than willing to spill the secrets on, think of like hot spots that aren't tourist destinations to go to. They can tell you all the local restaurants, the local bars, clubs, whatever it is, the scenery, nature, everything that's hidden from most tourists that visit and just see the popular areas. They'll actually give you inside information. It only takes a little bit of kindness and people will open up.
Yes, sir.
So do some research into the country you're going into. Learn some basic words to try to conversate with them. Show your appreciation for being there. Just compliment people, compliment the food, compliment the scenery. It's a beautiful place, you're happy to be here. It's the basics, man. And it really is the truth, because you are happy to be there. You paid money to travel. You're here to see something different. Leave the attitude and whatever else behind when you do travel, and go with an open mind and just be ready to receive, experience everything that country has to offer. Look at me, I'm like ducking and dodging some low-hanging trees here. But yeah, everything all around, check it out. It's just high-end. It's high-end restaurants right off the water. Some places are literally on the water. Like this is a
Look
barge.
at that. All nice, dude. On each side, look at all the terraces. And these places are bumping during the
Places
night.
like this are everywhere. See, right on the water. Super peaceful. This place is buzzing at nighttime. There's people dressed to the nines walking around everywhere, picking, or I guess restaurant hopping. It's quite a treat. The music's bumping, all the lights shining off the water, reflecting. Just seeing women in dresses, very elegant, men in suits, all having a blast, man. It's an incredible view. Another spot.
There's one spot shaped like a fish that I want to go to.
It smells good.
That food is so good, dude. Fuck. The food is so good.
Some boating activities with the family. Super relaxed vibe during the day.
Dude, one after the other after the other. Hero, that's the one that's shaped like a fish. I think. Didn't see any pink hairs. Have not seen any pink hairs yet. Look at that, dude. Could literally go to one. It's 11 at night here. Could go to one of these spots right now. It's 2 minutes down the street. I bet you it is pumping. What is it today?
All right, we made it out of the park.
Saturday night. Yeah, hell yeah. You know, people are getting it in.
That looks like for a sec. I'm ready to move into the new spot, be in a more permanent position, start the daily routine, running, working out, cooking, start to feel good. Sleep schedule's normalized. I guess that's one thing I forgot to mention too. By the way, if you're traveling somewhere like I did with a 7-hour difference or more, do expect for it to take minimum 3 days for you to get over jet lag. Actually, not a joke.
Someone's asking, where was it? Do they have more grocery family stores or open markets for food? Both. I have noticed in comparison to America, far more family owned stores. They are starting to get some giant corporations elbowing their way in, but for the most part, the general population doesn't shop there. At least the locals, they know all the spots, all the family-owned businesses, or where to get real fresh fruit. They say the big supermarkets are for foreigners or people that are lazy or that don't know any better. But in general, where when the people are shopping that are, not brain dead, they'll go to places that are selling local from locals. And it tastes completely different than the supermarket shit, which is crazy because even the supermarket food tastes on a whole nother level compared to American food. It's wild.
You will be waking up when they go to bed, and you will be going to sleep when they wake up. It's a pain in the ass. It takes like a full 2 weeks for you to finally regulate your circadian rhythm and wake up the same time and go to bed around the same time. Be cautious when you guys are traveling the far reaches of the earth. First 3 days are going to be an adjustment period, and then you'll really begin to enjoy everything.
Yeah, and look, dude, does any of this look like old, raggedy, low tech? I mean, it's modernized like crazy. There's probably 10 cranes where I'm at, constantly building shit everywhere. When I was on the beach, on the beachside resorts, there was cranes everywhere. I lost count. Just didn't even bother. I was like, wow, that's just, in 5 years, this place alone, this strip of the beach will be unrecognizable. The amount of money and investment and long-term opportunities here is insane.
Not aware of anything that you could do, medicine or whatever, sleeping pills, or just staying up all night and try to regulate your rhythm to the new time zone. It just seems like it's something that you just have to get used to slowly. Day by day, the body adjusts. I guess there are good habits you can use, such as waking up in the morning to get some sunlight in your eyes. Obviously, don't look at the sun directly. Can't believe I have to say that, but there's going to be some morons that go out there and look at it. But you have to trigger your body to start arc of triumph. That's what that big thing
Go to the ending web. Good message there.
Showing you a little bit of the day-to-day, man. I've walked since shooting this probably 5 miles already.
Yeah, someone mentioned it. No litter on the floor anywhere in the video too. This part of town's clean. Somebody will always say like, yeah, but go to the south side, go to the ghetto, go to the whatever. And it's like, dude, you could be in the good side of America and still have trash and litter and homeless everywhere. Like, it's gotten insane.
Very hard here to gain weight unless you eat an exorbitant amount of food, in which case that's a you problem. Because everybody here walks absolutely.
Someone asks, thanks Jay, love the channel. What are some high value skills that you recommend to train besides typical one like sales? Yeah, of course, sales is one of the biggest one. Networking is probably the second biggest. It's who you know, not what you know. Selling to somebody you know becomes way easier, or get, a referral from that person to sell becomes super easy because you earn the trust. Networking also helps with creating circles for investment, angel investors, friends, business associates. If you can learn how to get close to people. So I would say social interaction, social skills in general, besides sales, absolute make or break. It almost doesn't matter what you do if you lack the social skills necessary to make your plan happen, because there is nothing that you could do solo in this world and get far in. You could do a little bit, You can go a ways away, but you won't get far. Lone wolfing things. Connections matter. That's very true. Connections are all that matter, I think, personally. Connections are what make life easy for everybody. Look, I made an accidental connection here with the other American from California that hooked me up with a real estate agent who answered the very next day, the same day I messaged them, showed me 8 places, signed for one the next day because of a connection and a conversation and some social skills. And yes, I had some proof because of the channel, but simply hearing one another speak English has gotten me into a place, a very nice one that was not on the market. Only the real estate agent had access to this place, and it happened to be the best one. I have no amenities here that I'm missing from my place in the United States. If anything, I've upgraded. I have way more shit here.
Absolutely everywhere. Car culture doesn't exist.
Oh, and the third most important one that will probably be number one on everybody's list is AI. If you're not leveraging AI today or learning how to do prompt engineering or, the ins and out of ChatGPT and language models and Midjourney and all this stuff, you are way behind the curve, my friend. If you're not learning AI, you better be watching 10 million how-to ChatGPT videos on YouTube, because that's going to be a make or break competition-wise between who is going to have maximum efficiency, performance, and results versus everybody else who gets outcompeted to death. Because somebody who learns how to integrate their life with AI models is going to be way ahead of everybody else.
Exist like it does in America. For example, the vast distances and just how large America is and just the way we build neighborhoods and business districts. Car culture in America is a necessity. Meanwhile, here, it's a luxury. And I think this goes for the rest of the world as well. At most parts of the world, having a car is a luxury. You don't actually need one. Public transport is usually adequate. In America, not so much. Public transport
look at that place, dude.
Non-existent where most
Look at this apartment here. This shit looks fire.
of you live, unless you live in a high density city. You don't have public transport, you have a car. And it takes you potentially hours to get to work. Over here, it's not the case. People take the buses or bikes or electric scooters or whatever to work, and they live really close by. Traffic congestion can get bad in a capital.
This is the only thing that really annoys me is the graffiti here. You see this shit? There's a lot of graffiti everywhere, just uglying up beautiful buildings and landscaping. Only been here a few months, but it pisses me off because it's dirtying the image. I would so do the Dubai model where people's hands get cut the fuck right off for doing some shit like this. There's a reason Dubai and all those other countries in that area are, I'm going to say city, but the UAE is so safe because the punishments are losing your fucking hand for taking somebody's things. And I'm sure if you graffiti, you're probably doing time in jail. Graffiti is a fucking femboy activity. You have no father present. Go do something with your life.
Like Bucharest, but it's nothing like Los Angeles or some of the bigger premier cities in America. I mean, stand still hours to barely eke like a snail across the road. So that's another way you save money in some of these other countries, is that transportation becomes infinitely cheaper. As I've said, I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but my Uber's here after doing the conversion and double check.
Dude, the Uber situation here is so what? I don't even know how to describe it. It's like having a private chauffeur on demand. What is the average Uber for you guys in America? Mine was like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. My Ubers here are 1 minute average. 3 minutes is a long wait. Sometimes they just pull up on your ass within the 60 seconds, like less than. I could probably call an Uber right now, and chances are I'd bet $100 he's within 3 minutes or less of me. I would have to struggle to beat him to the door and get ready before he arrives. I have to already be ready. But on average, 1 to 2 minutes. 3 is because they got lost and took the wrong turn and some shit like that. It's crazy, man.
If I want to Uber somewhere, say nearby a few miles, quite practically $2. Seriously. Conversion comes out to $2. If I want to go anywhere further than that,
oh yeah, they're so goddamn cheap too. Jeez.
It's in the range of like $10, $2 to $10. You can get around anywhere with an Uber here, and they're available right away. The density of Uber drivers is nuts. I can actually call one right now, and it's highly likely that he will be here within 2 minutes or less. I think the last 5 Ubers I've called, they've arrived within 60 seconds. It's kind of nuts. It's like having a personal driver on call, ready to go. Something you will not find in America. Sometimes you're waiting 15 minutes for your Uber driver to get there, and you're still paying 20-something bucks just for one way instead of 5 on average here.
What does that say?
I'm basically walking everywhere to the grocery.
I just pulled it up, bro. You see 1 minute? Are you seeing it? I just pulled it up. Look, pulled it up, bro, as we were talking about this shit. I told you.
Store, pharmacies, restaurants, wherever it is you need to go. And again, everything is very nice. I mean, look behind me. It's paved, asphalt, nothing's cracked. Again, this is just this side of the city. I'm sure there's worse parts, but you can make the same argument for America. If you've lived in Atlanta, there's potholes and metal plates littered all over the streets. You already know what some of the roads in Los Angeles looks like. Basically, they only take care of the
Oh yeah, sorry. Let's calculate what my ride would be. So we didn't do that part. I have to rebook my Uber. 1 second. We'll see what it says. This is crazy. There we go. Again, we just rebooked it. It's a minute away for 18 Romanian dollars, which is, let me show you guys what it would cost. 18 Romanian dollars, boys, is $3.96. There you go. Cool. For less than $4, I could get in an Uber.
interstate highways and some of the roads in the nicer area in town, and everything else, the alleyways, looks like shit. So nowhere's perfect, but the nice parts in town here are still nice. There you go, AMG Mercedes. One stark difference, homeless people. I mention this with every local I talk to. I've been walking around and I maybe saw one. Maybe, couldn't actually tell, at least this side of town. Again, in America, doesn't matter what side of town you're in, there's homeless people everywhere in the big cities, even in the nice parts. I mean, you have to go into a gated community to not see homeless people. Still have not seen a home, like this would be full of tents in some of the bigger cities in America. Look, dude, nothing. It's pretty damn safe here. Women are walking their kids. You can go out at 3, 4 in the morning. Nothing's gonna happen to you. I've went down tons of sketchy areas without having a single problem, not knowing where I'm going, completely lost. It's 3 in the morning, I can't sleep. I'm walking around the park at night. Nobody robbing me, nothing, no sketch at all whatsoever. As far as safety goes, in this part of town, Eastern Europe, it's extremely safe. But from what people have been telling me, this is just Europe in general. Romania in general is very safe. Besides some of their quote hoods, which are not many, they do exist. But again, it's like, who the hell goes to the hood anyway? You avoid them in America, you're gonna avoid them everywhere else. Everybody that lives in the hood tries to get out of the hood. So I saw some commenters saying like, well, why don't you go to the real part of Romania? This is the real part of Romania. Just like if I walk down Sunset Boulevard, that's still the real part of California. I'll still see homeless people everywhere. I don't have to go to Skid Row or something to show you the real LA. It's just, this is all part of the country. So no, I won't be making videos going to the hood because that's completely pointless. I don't live there, don't have any business going there, and it won't bring value to anybody. I'm excited to hit the ground running, man. It's nice to be on quote a vacation mode for a few weeks, a month, but you get the itch to get back to work, to get after it. I miss going to the gym every single day consistently. I miss cooking for myself. I've been enjoying restaurant food, don't get me wrong. It's nice to get served, but I'm a beast of burden. If things get too easy, I don't get too happy. So keep grinding, boys. Know that there's a path in the future. If you work hard, you can change quite literally your life. Final message of the day. You have options as a man if you work for them. Nothing in life is handed to you. Nobody's gonna come to save you, and nobody's gonna give you a handout. Understand that the power is in your hands. When you think long-term, 5-year, 10-year plans, hell, even longer. As long as you take the baby steps required to build something great, aka the future for yourself, it's bound to happen. The only question is time. All you have to do is put in the effort. So you may not like the pond you're swimming in now, but no, it's a passport away, man, that could change your life. Completely different culture, completely different people. I mean, look at how they're dressed. That was just one example. Walking by. It can be achieved. The single greatest blessing you have literally is the fact that you could speak English. And
Yeah, dude. Did you see how she was dressed?
that was just one example. Walking by. And that could change your life. Completely different culture, completely different people.
And that's normal. That's normal. Like seeing women in dresses like that is very normal. It's rare, maybe the really young ones. It's really rare to see them in like weird casual clothing, like jeans, tank tops, kinds of shit.
I mean, look at how they're dressed. That was just one example.
And obesity, not that high here. Nothing like the States.
Walking by. It can be achieved. The single greatest blessing you have literally is the fact that you could speak English, and two, have a Western salary and the ability to start a business remotely. Those three things are heavily in your favor, and you can make the world your oyster, quite literally. It takes a little bit of out the box thinking and repositioning yourself in life. Some of you may have skills that have locked you down to a company or to a location, but it's not too late to start investing in yourself and figuring out some remote options, something that you could do abroad, off the internet, something. It's one of the greatest tools that were ever invented. It's created more millionaires than you could ever imagine. And you don't even have to be a millionaire to do this. Quite literally, you could live on $2,000 a month out here. Easy, and not giving up many amenities. So the question is, are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you willing to learn? Do you have the courage to pivot in life? Some people are stuck in place due to fear. Moving abroad seems like such a giant leap. But if you don't let fear hold you back, and you're willing to wade into the unknown a little bit, and don't mind the path in front of you not being well defined, then the end is literally sunshine and rainbows. Life, quite honestly, rewards those who take risks. You're never gonna get anywhere if you stay in that same place you're in right now. And that's the brutal truth. Go out, man, explore, expand your knowledge, see what the world has to offer. Get motivated. Maybe it just takes one trip somewhere to motivate you to wanna move and change your entire life. What's a 1 week, 2 week vacation? It's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Don't be a bug sandwich. Don't be a toe dipper in life. Just do it. That's it. No thinking, just doing. All right, boys, catch you on the next one.
That is it on that one, boys.